I'm Mary Agnes Donoghue, writer, director, and producing partner of
Michelle Manning, producer of Jenny's Wedding, and we're here with Sean Evans and Back to the Movies.
Michelle Manning and Mary Agnes Donoghue all join me tonight on Back to the Movies to talk about Jenny's Wedding, an upcoming film starring Katherine Heigl. They are currently raising funds for their soundtrack via Indiegogo. How are you both today?
Very good.
Very good. It's very wet in Los Angeles, so it's very English here today.
Yeah, it makes a change. Everyone's going crazy about the weather, and I think you've only had like a few days of rain over there, but I think it is something new.
Everybody panics. I live in London most of the time. So I'm so happy to be not be there right now. I mean, it's been unbelievable.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, it's definitely a different change from constant sunshine. I know when I was over there was not a drop of rain anywhere to be seen.
No.
So instantly, for everybody out there who doesn't know already, what is Jenny's Wedding all about?
Jenny's Wedding is about a very conventional girl from a very conventional family who happens to be a lesbian. And she's lived an openly gay life everywhere else, but has never really come out to the family, more not out of fear or because she's ashamed of who she is, but she knows what a huge hurdle that will be for them. And it starts out of compassion, and then the years pass, and the more she lies, she knows it's a terrible moment when she finally tells the truth, that they will know that she's not the person they always thought she was. And when the bomb is dropped, it has a profound effect on this family. And they're not conservative so much as conventional, that they want life to remain the same. They're not interested in change. They're unnerved by it, actually. They want to blend in with everybody around them. They've lived in the same neighborhood their whole lives. And it's just it's about personal courage, really.
Okay, yeah, well, I have been reading that the film has been greatly received from the gay and lesbian community. I mean, do you feel as though this film empowers people to become more open and proud of their sexuality?
I think so, but I think more than that, it explains both sides of the coin in a funny sort of way. And there are no villains. Everybody has to, for this family to stay intact, they're a very closely knit family, everybody has to go up against their own limitations and move past them to keep those connections alive. And that's what I wanted to do. You know, there are no villains. The parents are not villains. They're not even particularly homophobic. They've entered a world that is not their world. And how do you change and adapt to that is what it's about. And also for Jenny as well.
Yeah, and you'll see on our Indiegogo page these wonderful parents who happen to be the head of PFLAG, and their whole mission is that maybe this movie will help other families deal with this situation. They dealt with it wonderfully, but this organization helps people that aren't dealing with it so wonderfully. So.
Okay, well, Katherine Heigl plays Jenny in the movie. Now, first of all, she goes from having babies with Seth Rogen to becoming a lesbian. Now, what was that transition like for Katherine? Did she have any worries, any doubts? What was it like working with her in such an unusual setting?
She was fabulous to work with. I mean, couldn't have been, she was a real trooper, really great. And we had a fantastic time. We had to shoot this movie in a very short period of time, and it looks like a big movie. And it meant that everybody had to pitch in heart and soul. And she did the movie because she feels passionate about the subject. And her performance is fantastic. She's a fabulous actress. I think for any really good actor, you take on roles that you want different roles. You don't want to keep playing the same person over and over in the same situation.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you there. I mean, with you guys saying that you are crowdfunding on Indiegogo, backers can always receive various perks in return for their donations. Now, what do you feel are the best perks on your campaign and why?
Well, let Michelle answer that one.
Well, we have a fabulous,
I have a few
fabulous perk.
I have a few favorites, but I'll let Michelle answer that one. She's
Well, I
the
mean,
perk master.
well, no, I think there's going to be some screenings in Cleveland and Los Angeles. I think that's a fabulous perk. We've created a wedding album of stills from the movie The Wedding stills, which will be signed by Katherine and personalized by her. We have, you know, all the digital download stuff, but my favorite's the coffee mug, quite honestly, but because it's, you know, it's something you use every day, and you can just see the movie when you're drinking your coffee.
And for me, I think my favorite's the wedding bouquet.
Yeah, the wedding bouquet is actually a great perk.
It's pretty fabulous.
I did see that you were, one of the perks was the actual wedding dress that Katherine wears in the movie. That's very unusual, because you would have thought that that could appeal to it. You know, you never know who could buy that. Someone could be just about to get married and they want a wedding dress, and you could get it tailored, and that was used in a movie. How awesome would that be as a perk? I thought that was really good.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic, and it's also
a very good dress.
It's a really beautiful dress.
Is it a designer dress? Can you hint at any names or?
No,
what it's from is Nordstrom's rolled out the red carpet for us when we were making the movie. We had a very limited budget, and they were fantastic, and they gave us these incredible dresses. I mean,
they're from a designer. I just don't know.
Don't know the designer's name.
I'm not a big designer person. But the Nordstrom's bridal suite is featured in the movie, and they were fabulous to work with, and we just have to give a shout out to Nordstrom's.
Fantastic. We'll definitely leave a link to their website there in the box below as well. So, I mean, this question is directly to Michelle. No pressure whatsoever. Now, with you being a producer, could you give us an understanding about your day-to-day duties on set? From pre-production all the way up to post-production, what does a producer do? Give us the insight.
Oh boy, that you said this was going to be 10 minutes. That could take. No, basically, I mean, the pre-production. I mean, the script. We didn't develop the script. Mary Agnes wrote an amazing script. So the pre-production really was then packaging the movie, getting the cast together, then getting the financing, getting the foreign sales, then negotiating all those contracts and deals, and then, you know, getting the crew together, going to Cleveland.
Yeah.
It's just producing. In this case, though, because we had such a small, you know, budget, I can actually honestly add snow blowing and snow plowing and snow sweeping.
You weren't alone in this.
No, you were doing it too, but then I threw her back in the house to keep directing the scene.
Right.
But we had a situation where there's a component of the story about dead grass, and we showed up at a location we'd been the day before where everything was, you could see it, to 6 inches of snow on the perfectly dead grass that we had purposely killed. And we couldn't see it, and so we just started shoveling and sweeping and banging all the snow off the bushes. It was pretty great.
Yeah.
It sounds very interesting. I mean, it's not every day you'd hear about a producer snow blowing on set or doing that kind of hands-on kind of stuff, so it's really great to see.
Everybody was
that day. Everybody jumped in. I was digging under the bushes. Everybody just got out there. It blizzard, and we had to shoot a day that was supposed to look like early spring, and it was.
We'll
really
send you a before and after picture.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It's pretty wild. It's pretty great.
That would be brilliant. Yeah, fantastic. And not to forget you, Mary. I mean, as a director, could you give us a quick overview of what it was like working on set with such amazing talent?
Oh, it was fantastic. I mean, it really was. It was a joy. It's the only way to describe it. To work with actors of that caliber. Tom Wilkinson was incredible. Linda Eamon's brilliant. Grace Gummer. I mean, it was really fantastic. And you know, as a writer and director, the most you can hope for is that when you cast these people and you think they're going to, you know, be perfect for the role, then they take it someplace beyond where you hoped it would go. And that happened in this movie.
I mean, when writing the script, did you envisage it would turn out as it has done, or has it gone above and beyond expectations when you were writing the script?
No, I mean, you know, there are 3 movies you make: the movie you write, the movie you shoot, and the movie you edit. And each step takes it beyond where you started. The thing is, being a writer-director, is that the script, there's this horrible thing that people say in the movie business, oh, the script is a blueprint. It's no blueprint. Those actors are those characters. The words that come out of their mouths are words that are written, and the story and the intent and the whole structure of it. So if you have a really solid script, when you go to the next step, it's great. It's fantastic to suddenly see that take shape and go beyond what you wrote. But I don't think you can do that if you're not, I'm obsessed with detail. And if you don't get the script completely right, I think it hampers you. I really do.
Oh, that's definitely a brilliant insight. I really appreciate you sharing that with us. I mean, they always say with making an independent film, it's like working with family. I mean, Jenny's Wedding contains some of very high-profile names, including yourselves, of course. But did the statement still apply, or was there a more Hollywood structure with the organization of the film?
No, this was a pure labor of love, and we were really a family that created a miracle in Cleveland. I mean, it was really wonderful.
It really was. Yeah, it really was. We had 18 days, not a lot of money, and the movie looks fabulous, and the performances are great. It really is, I think, emotionally very powerful. And I mean, it's not a message movie. It's something that should grip you emotionally, and you should care about these people. You will. But it is about something. It is about a message that should go out. And I hopefully we'll get it out to a wide audience. And obviously music is a huge component to any movie. So the better the music, the better the movie. And the more entertaining, the more engaging. And I think this movie should be seen by a lot of people. And I think a lot of perfectly good indie movies can disappear if they don't have the rest of it. They kind of fade out. And I want this movie to be seen by a lot of people because I think it could change a lot of people's lives.
Yeah, I mean, straight away when you're watching even the Indiegogo pitch video, even when you've shown the behind-the-scenes stuff, it's got some sort of element that I couldn't really put my finger on, just something different from everything else that you constantly see online. It's just got that certain star quality that I really can't put my finger on as of yet. So hopefully when I see it, I'll be able to let you know what that is. So, I mean, with you saying you're raising the money for the soundtrack, is there particular songs that you've got in mind, or aren't you allowed to disclose them at this stage?
Well, at this stage, we couldn't say what they are, but yeah, there are some songs. There are about 3 or 4 songs I would love to get. There are 2 montages in the movie that the songs would play brilliantly over. We have a wedding, a big wedding. The reception, we need some great songs.
Real great songs.
And we have a terrific composer. And movies like this are very difficult to score because you can't have a big score. You don't have masses of time in between those scenes where people are engaged in big moments. So it's going to take real skill scoring this, and we've got that covered. But the songs are always expensive. They cost a fortune. So that's our, if you have a few great songs in a movie, it just lifts you up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the music could really make or break the film. I mean, if there's a certain moment, like a romantic scene, for example, and you have some heavy metal song going on in the background, it kind of spoils it. So, yeah, I really do wish you all the best of luck with that. Now, what is the plan for Jenny's Wedding? Will the film go straight to a DVD release, or do you have plans to take it on a festival tour?
Well, it'll be theatrical release.
It'll be a theatrical release. We'll probably, just because of the timing, do distributor screenings. Because we don't want to wait till the next festival.
Yeah.
And we should be finishing it up shortly, so.
Excitement, everybody's excited for the release of the film, or is it a bit nerve-wracking at the same time? What are your thoughts at the moment?
It's exciting.
It's very exciting. It's very exciting. I mean, we're still down in the trenches. We're sort of, we still have to do the sound editing and the color time, and the mix and all the rest of it. So there's still a lot of work ahead, but each stage it just gets better and better.
Fantastic. Now, you've raised $33,000 on Indiegogo, and I know a few of my friends have donated as well, so thank you for everybody who's listening who's donated. 29 days to go, you guys are 22% funded. How confident are you that you will reach your goal, and what words would you give to people considering to donate at this moment in time?
Donate. That's the
we are very confident we're going to reach our goal because that's the way we think, and we'd love to get people excited, and your help is tremendous, and we thank you for that.
Yeah, I mean, the more people it gets out to, I mean, we're sort of really getting into Instagram. I mean, the social media thing is incredible. You know, suddenly once it catches on, and it can't just be fans of Catherine's, it's moving beyond that, and I think it will be really good.
Fantastic, and that just brings everything to a close for me there. So I really appreciate you coming on the show. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you. I wish you all the best with the rest of the campaign, and Jenny's Wedding is definitely one to look out for the year to come. So thank you so much for joining us, and hopefully we'll get you funded in 29 days.
Great, thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, bye.
Thank you.